VRF. Okay. So hope that after the training, so you can use the knowledge we learned today to give different solutions for the customer. Okay. Okay, so we have 3 items today. Okay, first one, indoor unit optional function. Second, the outdoor unit optional function. And the last one is the input and output setting. Because our indoor unit input output and outdoor unit input output are almost the same, so we talk together. Okay. So before we start the training, I share 3 examples. Okay. So first, this function, we call it automatic restart. Okay. So as we know, I think we already see this function many times. Okay, but I explain again. So for Hisenes VRF, the default setting is this way. That means this is the situation before power off. Okay, so some indoor unit operates, but some indoor unit off. So after power off and power on again, you have power again. All our indoor unit will stop. Okay, no matter before power off it's operate or not. Okay, this is our default setting. We have 2 options. Yes, by some setting, we can have mode 1 or mode 2. The mode 1 is that after power off and power on again, all indoor units will automatically operate. Okay, so no matter on or off before, it will automatically operate. This is mode 1. The mode 2 is that according the indoor unit will automatically operate according to the status. Okay, the operation status before power off. Okay, so for example, the first indoor unit, okay, the first indoor unit before power off it operates. So after power on again, it will be automatically operate. Okay, so for the second one before power off, it's off. So after it will still off. So this is mode 2. Okay. So here I have a question. Okay, I have a question for you. So how to achieve this function? Okay, we have 4 choices. A is the indoor unit optional function. B is the outdoor unit optional function. C, indoor unit input-output setting. The D, outdoor unit input-output setting. So who can answer this question?
Outdoor unit optional function.
I think it's indoor unit of setting.
Okay. So thank you, answer. Yes. So I see many people, yes, answer B, outdoor unit optional function. Yes, and also some answer A. Okay. So we talk many times because we talk this is outdoor unit. Yes, we talk about it is outdoor unit here. So maybe some people think, oh, this is outdoor unit optional function. So the right answer, okay, the indoor unit optional function. That means the A, okay, is the right answer. Okay, so we will talk about the functions later clearly. Okay, this is the first example. Second example, yes, VIP mode. VIP mode. We also know this feature many times, right? So for Hisenes VRF, totally we can set 5 indoor units as the VIP indoor units at the same time. Yeah. So of course, so as the VIP indoor unit, you have the priority. Okay. So here my question. The same question, same choice. Okay. So
你一直开着摄像头呢。
okay, how to achieve this function? Okay, who can answer?
Same answer. A. Same answer. A.
A. Anyone else? Okay. So also have some yes, someone answer A, someone answer B. Okay. So we talk about it. This is we will use the all-door unit optional function. Okay. The all-door unit optional function to set the VIP mode. Okay. So a little different. So we also will talk about it clearly later. So the third example, okay, we also know, we also show this picture, this page many times, okay. So when the customer use the air condition, okay, but he forgets, then open the window, okay. So of course, when we open the window, it will increase the air condition load and also, of course, cause lots of power consumption. Yes. So we have a solution. Yes, we have a solution. So we can have a sensor in the window to check the status of the window, open or close. So when the window open, okay, when the window open, our indoor unit will be off, and the remote controller will be uncontrollable. Okay, so that means when you forget, the indoor unit still operates, so you forget it, and you open the window. Okay, our indoor unit, through the sensor of the indoor unit will stop, and at the same time, the remote controller is uncontrollable. So of course, can save the power consumption. Okay, so the same question, same choice, A, B, C, D. Okay, so who can give the answer? Yes. Okay. So, okay. Thank you. Thank you. Answer. So it's very obviously right. It's the same because it's indoor unit. Okay. So we use the indoor unit input output setting. Okay. We use the indoor unit input function. Okay. And from this three examples, I want to show that we have many functions. We have many functions first, and also all these functions is not the default setting. Okay, that means, for example, VIP mode. We don't have the VIP mode for default setting. You need to set. Okay, so how to set? Okay, so today's training we will talk about it. Talk about all the functions and how to set these functions. Okay. Okay, so part one, we talk about the indoor unit optional function. Okay, so how to set the indoor unit functions? So we can say here we have, we take the four remote controller, for example, V01, M01, J01, F01, so four remote controller. We can say the setting method is different. Okay, the setting method are different. Okay, and but we can say the remark is same. Off status. Okay, that means when we set the indoor unit optional function, okay, we need to make sure the indoor unit is off. Okay, we cannot set when the indoor unit is on. Okay, so we take the V01 for example. Other setting method you can learn by yourself after the training. Okay? We only talk about the V01 here. So for V01, we need to make sure the indoor unit off and then press up, okay, the up and the function. buttons. Same time, okay, 3 seconds first. And then we use up and down to choose the service 01 and press OK. So here I want to talk about the service 01. We also call the optional function of indoor unit service 01. Okay, so when we say service 01 is the indoor unit optional function. Okay, so we have video, we check it. Okay, so when the indoor unit is on, okay, so we can say up and function together, no response. Okay, so cannot set. So we off it, up and function buttons together, 3 seconds. Okay, so it will have this SERV01. That means the service 01. Of course, it means the indoor unit optional function setting. Okay, and here we have the address. Okay, this is the address, is the indoor unit address, and we have the RN here. Okay, here this address also address. This is the cycle number. Okay, our outdoor unit address we also can call. Okay. So now, if we select this one, okay, the address, so that means we select only one indoor unit connected to this remote controller. Okay, so we can check. Okay, so address will press OK. Okay, so here we can see this is service 01. Okay, the indoor unit optional function, and this B5 we have many items. This is the items of the optional function. Okay, the 00 here is the value of the item. Okay. Okay, so we can use the function button to change the value. Okay, we can see here. Okay, the function to change the value, but now we can see cannot change. Okay, why? Because we only select one indoor unit of one indoor unit connected to this remote controller. Okay, so I want to say that most of the indoor unit optional function need set together, cannot be set individually. Okay, so we need to choose all the indoor units and set and change the value. Okay, so we do again, we reset and do again. Okay, so up and the function together, 3 seconds. Okay, service 01 address. Okay, so we can use up and down to select. When the address, indoor unit address and the cycle number change to AAAA, that means, okay, select all the indoor unit connect to this remote controller. Okay. So then we press OK into the setting of the optional function. Okay, so we can say we can use the function to change the value. Okay, change the value. So as I explained, so most of the optional functions need to set together. It cannot set individually. So we can know that even one remote controller, even this controller only connect one indoor unit, we also need select the AAAA. That means select all the indoor units. Then we can set it. Okay, so we can remember like this. Need to change AAA to set the indoor unit optional function. Okay, it's so easy for us to remember. So AAAA, select the AAA, then set the indoor unit optional function. Okay. Okay, so we go on. So we say that we have many items. Okay, our indoor unit optional function have many items. Okay, So we have a list. We have this list to show the items and the meaning. Okay, what's the meaning of the items? And set what we can set. We can set, for example, 0, 0, 0, 1. What's the meaning? Okay. This list is for F01, F01. Okay? And for J01, V01, M01, we have more functions. Okay. So for example, V01, we have this more functions. Also include the functions of F01, but V01 have more functions. Okay. So that means different remote controller, okay, maybe have different optional functions. Okay, so we also can say, we take this B7 for example. B7, fixing of operation as exclusive cooling unit. Okay, 01 is the default setting, not available. 01 is available. What's the meaning? How to say? Only from this list, it's difficult for us to understand. So in this file, in this PPT, I will explain clearly. But because of the time, okay, we cannot explain all the items. Okay, so today I only explain some important functions. Okay, I think some important functions, so I will explain today. And for other functions, we also have explained this PPT. So you can, I hope that you can learn by yourself later. Okay. Go on. So, okay, so for all items, okay, B1, B2, all the items, I have an explanation here. Okay, you can learn by yourself. Okay. So first, to talk about the B5, B6, B9, these three items. Okay. B5 is fixing of mood. B6 is fixing of temperature, and B9 is fan speed. What's the meaning? Okay, we have video. We will be more clear. Okay, for B5, we talk about it. So before we setting, we can say that we press the mode button. Okay, the mode button, so we can change the mode. Yes, we can change the mode. We see again. So we can change the mode. Okay. So we set. Okay. Append the function. Set the optional function B5 to AAAA. Okay. And the B5. Okay, we use the function to change to 01. Okay. We go back, reset. Okay, so now we can see we press the mode again. We press the mode. Our option mode cannot change. Okay, this is the fixing of the mode. Okay, so of course it's easy for us to understand the temperature and fan speed. That means, for example, for B6, when you set the B6 equals 01, from 0 to 1, the remote controller setting temperature will be fixed. We cannot change. Okay. So, for example, if our indoor unit, okay, we have many indoor units in a public area. So many people can change the setting of the remote controller. Okay, but if we don't want other people change the mood, the temperature setting. Okay, so we can set the remote controller, okay, B5 or B6 to the customer. So all the other people cannot change the mood, cannot change the temperature. So B7, okay, we just, for example, we already talked. Fixing our operation of exclusive cooling unit. Okay, the meaning here, when we set the B701, okay, the indoor unit can be operate cooling, dehumidifier, fan mode only. That means we can say that cooling, dehumidifier, fan mode only. So we can say without heating. Okay, we have a video. Okay, so we can see we can change. We have heat, yes, fan, cooling, dry, and heat. Okay, so we set. Okay, so we A. Okay, so find the B7. Okay, function to change to 01. Okay, we reset. So now we can see when we change the mode, cannot set the heating mode without heating mode. Okay. So this function also very useful. For example, in Vietnam, yes, I'm from Vietnam. So in Vietnam, most of the time here is very hot. Yes, and we only sell 2 pipe system in Vietnam. That means we cannot, for our in one system, we cannot cooling and heating together. Yes, because it's 2 pipe system. So, but some customer maybe set the heating mode because of the misoperation. So, of course, it will be not cool, and also maybe cause other indoor unit not cooling. Okay, so we can ask them to set. We can help them or ask them to set B7 equal 01. So no heating mode. Okay, so we continue to talk about other function. Okay, the C8 function. Okay, the meaning is thermistor or remote control switch. What's meaning? First, I want to explain. Normally, our control logic for indoor unit. Example here, T set is 20. T set is 20. That means when we set TS is the setting temperature. So that means when we set the setting temperature 20 degree, we want our room, yes, 20 degree cool, right? So our indoor unit will compare what? Compare TI and T set. That means we will compare the setting temperature and the inlet air temperature from the sensor, from the thermistor in the inlet area of our equipment. Okay, TI, the inlet air temperature, T set. So if the inlet air temperature is cool, okay, lower than the setting temperature, that means this room already cool. Okay, so our indoor unit will continue the fan motor will continue operate, but our expansion valve, indoor unit expansion valve will be closed because the room already cool. Okay, this is the control logic for the indoor unit. Okay, but for example, because it check the TI, okay, the inlet air temperature, we have thermistor in our indoor unit. But if, for example, the indoor unit is very high, okay, we have some situation very high, or the ventilation not good. So the area near the indoor unit may be already cool, but the room, okay, especially the people feeling not cool. Okay, so how to do? We have the C8. Okay, we talk about the 1 first. We set the C8 1. So we will compare T set with the temperature near the remote controller. We will use the thermistor in the remote controller, not the inlet air thermistor. So that means we will compare the temperature here and the setting temperature. Okay, so it will be the temperature for this, the thermistor for this area will check the value. Okay, so more actually same with the room. Okay, so this is the 01, and the 02 is we will compare with the T set. and the average of the motor controller thermistor and the inlet thermistor value. Okay, so this is the function. Also very useful for some kids. Okay. Okay, so the next one is CB. CB is the selection of forced stoppage logic. Okay, we have a picture here. We have two contacts, A contact and B contact. A contact is that the two connection connect. B contact is the disconnect. Here is a little difficult for us to understand. Okay, so we will talk about this function again when we training about the input and output setting. At that time, it's easy for us to understand. Okay. Remember CB, we will talk again. Okay. Okay, so the next function 2 is D1 and D2. Okay. D1 and D2. D1 is we talk about it automatic restart, the mode 1. D3 compared. Okay, the mode 2. Okay. D1 01. Okay, our default setting is D1 is 0, D3 is 0. So if we set D1 equal 1, okay, so the indoor unit will operate automatically after power off and power on. Okay. These two functions also very useful. For example, okay, we have some room, equipment room. Okay, some special room. Customer wants our indoor unit always operate. Okay, always operate. Okay, so we can set this one. Set D1, for example, D1 equal 01. Okay, so that means for this indoor unit, in this room, okay, have power, our indoor unit will be continue operate. We need just to make sure the indoor unit have power. This is the D1 and the D3. Okay. Okay. So here we talk about the automatically reset of setting temperature. Okay. This function I think is very useful. Okay. Yeah. So we have 4 items. Okay, 4 items to have this function. So F3, that means we set F3 0. We don't have this function. 01, we set F3 1, then we have this function. Okay, we have this function. So we talk about this function. So we take the heating for example. Okay, the T set. This is the T set. So T set, the setting temperature, you can see F5 or F6. We say the F5 or F6. F5 automatically reset temperature of cooling mode. Okay, automatically reset temperature of cooling mode is F5. F6 is automatically reset temperature of heating mode. Okay, is F6. So for this is standard. We can change the value. F5 from 19 to 30, F6 from 17 to 30. So the standard is cooling is 25, heating is 21. Okay. F4 is automatically reset time. Okay, 30 minutes is default setting. Okay, so we take heating for example, and F6. Okay, we take the default setting for example, 21. Okay, so the reset setting temperature is 21 degree. Okay, for example, it's winter. Yes, very cold. Okay, so when we go back our home from outside, the room is very cool. So we want to change. We change the temperature, setting temperature to 29. Make the room hot quickly. Okay. So after we set the 29, okay, 30 minutes later, the setting temperature will be changed automatically to 21. Okay, because we set 21, change to 21 automatically. Okay. So this, I want to say this function is very useful. For example, for me, for heating, setting temperature 22 is very comfortable for me. Okay, 22 is very comfortable for me. So I set the F6 22. Okay, then usually 30 minutes I think is enough. So F4, not change it. Okay, so when I go back my house, okay, I will change the setting temperature because at first the room very cool. Okay, so, but I know, because I know I set this function, I know I don't care about the setting temperature. I know my unit, my remote controller will change the setting temperature automatically to the 22. Yes, the temperature for me very comfortable. Okay, so this function I think also very useful for some case. Okay. Okay, so these two, FC and FD. We talk about the FC, cooling lower limit for temperature setting. Cooling lower limit. Okay. We forget, for example, our standard range. Okay, standard range is 19 to 30. So for cooling, we can set from 19 to 30 degree. If we set FC equal 0.5, okay, equal 0.5, that means the range we can set in the temperature setting range is from 24 to 30. So cannot set the temperature lower than 24. Okay, this is the FC. FD, okay, just for heating. So we call it heating upper limit. Okay, cooling is the lower limit, heating is the upper limit. Okay, so it's the same. For example, the standard range is 19 to 30. If we set the FD equal 0.5, the range is 19 to 25. Okay, so this is the FD. And we have a video, we can check it. Okay, setting temperature, normally we can change to maximum 30. This is for heat. Okay, for heat. And so we change the AAA, we find the FD. Okay, we change to 5. Okay, change FD to 0.5. So we can say the maximum of the heating setting temperature, we only can set 25, cannot set higher. Okay, and these two functions also very useful. Okay, of course, for power consumption, especially for some office. Okay, for office, so we can set the, for example, for cooling, we can set the limitation from 24 to 30. So that means, okay, the workers cannot set the temperature lower than 24. Okay, also very useful. Okay. Okay, we talk about this function L1. Okay, this function is only for VE01, only for VE01. Okay, you know. L1 is the room temperature display setting. Okay, so normally it's 0001. Okay, so we have video. It's easy for us to understand. Okay, so we can say normally our remote controller is displayed the set here. This means 28 is the set temperature. Okay. Okay, we find L1. Okay, from 0 to 01. Okay, we can say change. Before is set 28. 28 is the set temperature. Room, it will show room. This 24.5 degrees, this is the room temperature. We have a thermistor in V01. Okay, so this temperature is the 24.5 is the temperature in the thermistor or the remote controller. Okay. Okay, it will display the room temperature. Okay. So until we set, you can see. So when we set the temperature up and down, it will change to set temperature. Okay. After we finish the setting temperature, 3 seconds later, the remote controller will display the room temperature again. Okay. You can see later, it will display the room temperature. Yeah. So this function for some the residential use. Yeah. So the customer can see the room temperature. Yeah. Okay. So these are the indoor unit optional functions. Okay. I talk some important functions, and we also have many other functions. Hope you can learn. Okay. Okay. Second part, the outdoor unit optional function. Okay, first, also same, how to set the outdoor unit optional function. We know that for our outdoor, we have 2 types, top flow. Okay, top flow, for example, X series, M series, now S series, yes, top flow. And we also have the front flow. So top flow and front flow. The front flow, for example, C series. Now we have the H series. So it's different. Okay, 2 types. And the setting also different. Okay. So we have a process here. I show a video. Okay. This is the for top flow. Yeah. Here I set the DSW4 on. Yeah. This is the same with the indoor unit optional function setting. What's mean? Means that we need to make sure the outdoor stop. Okay, the outdoor unit cannot operate. So we can set the DSW4 on to make sure the outdoor unit not operate. DSW4. Okay, after that, we press the PSW1 in 3 seconds. Okay.
哎呀，周总，可不敢当。
Okay, press the PSW1, the middle button. 3 seconds.
我去把水倒
And then we have the CHEC. Up and down, we find the
这是我亲自泡的茶。
FUNC. Okay, is the function setting, outdoor function setting. Okay. So we press PSW1 again.
上午
It will show. Here are the items. Here is the values. Okay. This is the item. This is the value. We can use the left button or right button to change the value. And then we go back CGEC and return. Okay, and also we don't forget to switch the PSW4 off. Okay. So this is the top flow setting method for outdoor unit optional function. Okay, here this is for the front flow. Front flow is the same. PSW1 on. PSW1 on. Make sure the outdoor unit not operate. Okay, so it's different for us to go into the outdoor unit optional setting. We need to press the DSW2 file on. Okay, DSW2, the switch file on, then it will show to the optional function setting. Okay, so first we make sure the outdoor unit not operate. and then press the switch the DSW2 file on. It will show the optional optional function items value. Then we can use the pressure button, okay, to select and change the value. Okay, up and down to change the items. Okay, use the PSW1, the left button to change the value. Okay, so this is the outdoor unit optional function setting. Two types, top flow and front flow, the setting are different. Okay. Okay. We also have a list. Okay. Show the meaning, show the item, and show the meaning. Okay. We also explain. Okay. So we talk about it. Totally 5 indoor units can be set at the VIP indoor unit. Okay. So we have a video show how to set. Okay, so press the middle button 3 seconds. CTEC up and down to find the FUNC function. Press the middle button. Okay, to find the U1 to U5, U1, U2, U3, U4, U5. Find. Okay, U1, U2. Okay, U1, U2, FF. The FF that means not set. Okay, this is our default setting. This means not set. Okay. For example, we set the number 1and number 2, 2 indoor units, the VIP. 2 indoor units, the address 1, address 2, indoor units at the VIP. We can set U1. 1. Here is the address. So that means the first VIP indoor unit is the number 1. Okay, the number 1 indoor unit. And we change to U2 and the 2. So the number 2 indoor unit also set. Also is set the VIP. The U2, U3, U4, U5 keep FF. So no other VIP indoor unit, only 2. Okay, so then we return. This is the method of setting of VIP mode. Okay, so the HT, we talk about the HT. HT meaning is the mean is that cancellation of the hot start. The cancellation of the hot start. So what is the hot start? We know that for our VIF, we need make sure our compressor oil is hot. Okay, make sure our compressor oil is hot. So when our auto first time power on, need 4 hours to heat the oil. Okay, so when you power off long time, power on again, also need to wait 4 hours to heat the compressor oil. Okay, but we just for example, okay, for some tropical area. Okay, the tropical area, that means the whole year the weather is very hot. Okay, so if the power supply is not good, that means the power supply, we have some area far away from the city, the power supply not steady, so usually power off. So we can set the HT. Okay, set the HT 01. That means cancel. Okay, cancel the hot start. No need 4 hours heating. Okay, so we need to ensure that tropical area, okay, power supply not good, we can use. For other area, okay, it's forbidden to use this function. It will cause damage to our compressor. Okay, and we also have many optional functions. Okay, we don't talk about it, but I want to say that for all the units optional function setting, we need to make sure, we need to be more careful, okay? The all-door unit optional function will have a big effect to our VRF performance. So before we set the all-door unit optional function, we need to communicate with our service workmates in your branch office, okay? Okay, so we have many other items we don't explain today. Okay, so we go to the third part. Third part, input and output setting. Okay, input and output setting. Okay, first I want to explain what is the input, what is the output. Okay, we have two examples. This we check this the left part first. Input function. Okay, so we have a sensor. We have a sensor in the window. Okay, to check the open status of the window. Okay, when the window is open, the sensor, okay, the sensor, when the window is open, the sensor will input a signal to our indoor unit to make our indoor unit off, okay, stop, and then the remote controller is uncontrollable. Okay, that means other equipment, sensor or other equipment, input a signal to our indoor unit to make our indoor unit have some actions. Okay, have some actions. Here, the action is the indoor unit off and the remote controller is uncontrollable. Okay, we have different actions. Okay, this is the input. That means other equipment can input a signal to control our indoor. Okay. Okay, so we go to the output function, the right part. So we also it's the same, but a little different. Here is the window is a smart window. Okay, so we can give some signal to the window to make it open or close. It's a smart window. Okay, so when we operate, for example, before the window is open, okay, when we operate our indoor unit operate, and our indoor unit will output the signal to the window, to the smart window. Okay, we will output the signal to the smart window to make it close. Okay, to make it close. Okay, so this is the output function. That means our indoor unit output a signal to control other equipment. Okay, so this is the indoor, and the outdoor is the same. Outdoor also have the input-output function. Okay, so this is the two examples show what is the input and what is the output. Okay, we have a summary. I mean, with the input and the output setting, okay, so Hisenes VRF equipment can control other equipment, and also other equipment can control our equipment. Okay, so that means we can say like that. Hisenes VRF is totally open to other systems. It can control other equipment and also can be controlled by other equipment. Okay, so for example, in the future, your customer asks you, we have equipment. When the equipment have a problem, I want to feedback to your indoor unit, make your indoor unit close. Okay or not? Can do it or not? Of course we can do. Very simple. Just use the input and output setting. Okay. So we explain the input and output setting. Okay. First, we talk about the indoor unit input and output setting. Okay. For the indoor unit, this is one PCB of indoor unit. Okay, different indoor unit have different PCB, so the connection is same. Since connection 3, connection 7, connection 8, but the position may be different. Okay, the position may be different, but the name is the same. Connection 3, connection 7, connection 8. Okay. We have, for indoor unit, we have 5 input and output connections. Okay. So I1, we call it I1 is the input 1. Okay. The terminal 1 and terminal 2 over the connection 3. Okay. So scene 3, we can say scene 3, scene 7, scene 8, all is 3 items, 3 terminals. Okay. So all these 3 connections have 3 terminals. 1, 2, 3. How to know which is the one? We have a white point here. Okay, so we can know this is 1, this is 2, 3. Near the terminal, near the white point is 1. Okay, so we can see if this is the scene 3, 1, 2 of scene 3 is the input 1. Okay, 1, 2 of scene 3.
哎，
Okay, so 1, 2. 1, 2 is the input 1. Okay, so for scene 3, 2, 3 is the input 2. Okay, this is for the we scene 3, 1 connection, but have 2 inputs. 2 inputs. Okay, and
1
1
上的还是下层缺上
output 1. Okay, is the 1, 2, the terminal 1, 2 of scene 7. Okay, scene 7. O2 is 1, 3, 1, 2. Scene 7 is O1. 1, 3, scene 7 is O2. Okay, O3 is one terminal 1, 2 of scene 8. Scene 8. Okay, so we just general talk about it. A little difficult to understand. We will explain. Okay. So we talk about it. Totally have 5 items. Okay, input 1, input 2, output 1, output 2, output 3. Output we have 3, input we have 2. Okay, and we have different port. Okay, I already talked about it. So when input a signal to our indoor unit, we will have different actions. Okay, our indoor unit will have different actions. Okay, so we can see we have some default setting for the input. We just for input, for example. Input, the default setting is 0, 3. Okay, for the input 1, the remote on off. Remote on off. That means when we connect the terminal of 1, 2, connect the terminal of 1, 2 of scene 3, will make our indoor unit on. Disconnect 1, 2 will make our indoor unit off. Okay, this is we input the signal to our indoor unit, make our indoor unit on or off. Okay, this is the input 1. The default value is 0, 3. So we can see here the input items from 0, 1 to 0, 8. That means for input part, we can set these 8 values. Okay, the default setting is 0, 3. Terminal 1, 2, the port 1, 2 is on off, but we also can change. Default is 3. For example, we change to 0, 7. Scene 1, 2. Before we connect 1, 2, it makes the indoor unit on. If we change to 0, 7, okay, we can see the cooling heating change. When we connect 1, 2, we will make the indoor unit change the mood from heating to cooling or cooling to heating. Okay, so that means this is the input terminal. Okay, we can connect one input terminal, but we can through setting the different value of the input output function, we can make our indoor unit have different actions. Okay, different action. Okay, this is for input part. I have a video. Okay, so this is also one kind of our PCB. This is the cable. Okay, we have also have 3 connections. This cable, okay, this connection for many area is very easy to buy. Okay, but if cannot find in your market, we can Hisense can provide. Okay, provide. Okay, we check this with. Okay, 2 we can cut. No, okay, so we can see since we have 3 terminals, so we have 3 keyboards. Okay, terminal 1 connect 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. So for example, we connect 1, 2. If this is the indoor unit, when we connect 1, 2, we will make our indoor unit operate. Okay. So here we talk about the output. So for example, we can say the output, we take the CN7, 1, 2, the output 1, for example. Okay, the operation, and the meaning is operation. What's meaning? Okay, here, 101, okay, the output 1 equals 0, 1. That means when the indoor unit operates, okay, because it's operation, when the indoor unit operates 1, 2, okay, will output 12 voltage DC, will output 12 voltage. So if not operate, if the indoor unit not operate, no output, okay, no DC 12 voltage output. Okay, this is the output. Output. When we talk, when we output, when we have some output, the output we need to remember is 12 voltage DC. Okay, so 01 is operation, but you can say 03 for the output. 03 for the output. The meaning is cooling. Okay, the meaning is cooling. So if we set the output 1 equals 03, means that when the indoor unit operates in cooling mode, then have 12 voltage output. For example, you use the fan mode or heating mode, still operate, but no output, because we change the value to 03, and 03 meaning is the cooling. I mean, when the indoor unit is cooling operation, have output. Okay. So so we know that for input and output, we only have 2 terminals for input, 3 ports for output, but we can make our indoor unit have different actions. Yeah, we can from input we can make our indoor unit have different actions, and output. Okay, we can have many situations have output. Okay. Okay, so how to check the input 1, the value, and how to change. Okay, for example, 01 default is 01. How to change to 03 or 02? How to change? Okay, we talk about it. This is the how to change the indoor unit input and output. Okay. Also, we have 4 remote controllers. The setting method is different, and of course, also make sure off status. Okay. And here we can see service 02. Okay, we know that for the indoor unit optional function, we also call it service 01. Okay, so for indoor unit input and output function, we also call it service 02. Okay, we take the V01 for example. Okay, make sure off status. Okay, so we can see here So first 0, 1 and up change to 0, 2. Okay, then press OK. Okay, press OK. So now we can see I didn't change to A. I only select 0, 8. So only select one indoor unit. Okay, so you can see. Okay, so service 02. This is the indoor unit input and output setting. Okay, I1 is the input setting. The default value is 03. This is the item. This is the value of this item. Okay, I1, the default setting is 03. Okay, so so we use the function. We use the function to change the value. Okay, the same. We also use the function to change the value. For example, I103, we can use the function. Yes, from 0, 01 to 06, 07, we can change. Okay. Okay, so here the meaning of the input. Okay, input have many functions. Okay, what's the meaning? For example, 01, the room thermostat. Okay, thermostat for cooling. What's the meaning? I also have explained clearly. Okay, in this file. So because of the time limit, so we cannot explain today. We cannot explain all. Okay. Okay, we have clearly explained. So hope that you can learn later. So if we set input 1, indoor unit will have what actions? Okay, we have explained. You can learn by yourself. Okay. Okay, so I talk about the 06. Oh, first I talk about 03. 03. 03 is remote on-off control, level signal. Okay, level signal. For example, okay, first I explain what's the meaning. We can set I103. This is default setting, right? So 1, 2, the scene 3, 1, 2. What's the meaning? 1, 2, connect. Okay, drive connect. Okay, drive connect. So the indoor unit will be on. Okay, so when we disconnect the 1, 2, the indoor unit will be off. Okay, this is the function of U3. So we can connect the relay like this diagram. We can connect the relay. Okay, connect the relay. So use the power supply to control it. Okay, so for example, other equipment output 220 voltage power supply. We have a relay change to drive contact. So make it 1, 2 close or open. Okay, so can control our indoor unit. Okay, so we can see this time chart. So for example, on off. Okay, so when have on, have power, that means 1, 2 connect. 1, 2 connect will make our indoor unit on. Up is on. Okay, we can make our indoor unit on. During the 1, 2 connect, our remote controller also can control the indoor unit. Okay, it's controllable. Okay, so we can use the remote controller to off the indoor unit. Okay, so when we can see when during this time we on again. So when we disconnect the 1, 2, okay, our indoor unit will be off. Okay, will be off. Okay, so also can on by remote controller. Does that mean just like scene 3, 1, 2, the same with our remote controller? Okay, the main controller or subcontroller, just
Just
like that. So this so can control together. Okay, can control together. Okay. Okay, we talk about the 06. Oh, I want to talk about this 03 on off. Okay, because it's only a switch. Okay. I just for example. Okay. For example, usually it's not good install the remote controller near our bed. Yes, near our bed it's not good. But for example, in our house, if we want to close the indoor unit, we need to get up and walk to the remote controller of it. Okay, so we also can have this solution. Only a switch connected to near our indoor unit, near our bed. Okay, so just the switch off, the indoor unit off. Okay, so this is also one solution. Okay, so we talk about the 06. Okay. 06 is the forbidden the remote controller after menu stop. Okay, I explain. So for example, we set the I1 equals 06. Input, that means the CN312 is 06. What's the meaning? Meaning that when 12 connect, connect directly, our indoor unit will be off, and the remote controller, okay, is uncontrollable. Okay, so we check this time chart. We don't care about this relay first. The 12 connection status, up 12 connect, lower the 12 disconnect. Okay, so we can say before the 12 connect, the remote controller, okay, can control from the remote controller. Okay, on off, no is okay. So for example, when remote controller on, our indoor unit will be on. Okay, but when we connect the 12, okay, 12 connect, the indoor unit will stop. Okay, during the connection, the indoor unit will stop, and the remote controller is uncontrollable. Okay, we can say you want to control, cannot, still off. Okay, only when our remote control, our 12 disconnect, then it can, remote controller can control again. Okay, so here is the 12 connection for the 06. Okay, 12 connect, the remote control, our indoor unit will be off, and the remote controller is uncontrollable. Okay, and we also can see here. So we can say before 12 connect, the indoor unit is on, right? After disconnect 12, the indoor unit keep off. Okay, this is 06. The indoor unit will keep off after disconnect. Okay, so this is here a difference with 08. We will talk about it later. Okay? So this function we usually use in for the hotel access card. Okay? This is the diagram for the hotel access card. Okay, so we can see this diagram. The power supply LN, okay, connected to our indoor unit. Okay, so this is the card. We use the card to control, okay, the indoor, the room, light, and or socket. Okay, so we can, for example, when we have card, we can a socket have power, yes, TV or the light can on, right? Without card, cannot. But cannot power off our indoor unit, right? Cannot power off our indoor unit. Because, yes, we know if we power off our indoor unit, will cause, okay, first, maybe the expansion will not stop. So the refrigerant will flow from the indoor unit have no power. Of course, make other indoor units not good. And also, if we power off many indoor units in one season, so the capacity ratio less than 50%, then all the season will have alarm code. So of course cannot be used. Okay, so this is the card. We use the card to control a relay, connect to the 1, 2. Here we connect to 2, 3. Why? Because the scene 3, 2, 3, the input 2, the default setting is 0, 6. Okay, so we connect to 3 is okay. No need to change the value. If we connect to 1, 2, we need to change the I1 from 3 to 6. Okay, so usually we just connect to 2, 3, scene 3, 2, 3. Okay, so we connect the relay. Okay, so that means when we have the card, okay, we insert the card. So this relay, this area will have power. Okay, will power make this area 1, 2, 3 open. Okay, make it open. Then we can control our indoor unit. Without card, okay, without card, no power, 1, 2, connect. Okay, so no power, no card. Remote controller have our indoor unit. Remote controller have power, but you cannot control. You cannot use it. Okay, so the relay type is normally closed relay. Normally closed relay. So for home, for the access card, we know that when we ask a customer to buy a relay, we need to tell them we need a normally closed relay. Okay. This is the access card. Okay, I have a question here.
人数限制了。今天咱们就突破不了这100个，到100就。
Okay. So how to achieve this function for single split usually? Who can answer this question?
周强。不行就得是收费版。
Hello.
再怎么交钱
Who can answer this question?
也比机场那个便宜吧。
It is quite a difficult question. Right now we can see the power supply from the card system of the hotel room, like, so we can have some communication wire from that and relay, like you have shown in this slide.
Okay.
So when the card will complete the circuit, then we will have the signal on the system, and when the card will be out, the circuit will be closed.
Okay. Okay, thank you your answer. Okay, thank you answer. Okay, so okay, I try to explain. Usually for single split, because they don't care, no problem for the expansion valve and the capacity ratio. Okay, so they usually directly the L is here. So just use the power supply. Make it power off on the same with the lighting or socket together. Okay, but for our VRF, we cannot do like that. Okay.
Son, I have question.
Yes.
If the multiple indoor will be closed, like you said, then the outer will give 31 error.
Oh, sorry, I cannot hear your question clearly.
You said that for this wall mounted, if you just turn off the power supply along with the room power supply, then it will be okay. But if the indoors will be off, then outdoor will give alarm.
Sorry, I don't understand your question clearly.
Like you said that. Like you said that the indoor should have supply from this this system.
Yes.
For the wall mounted, yeah, you said that you just don't need to have installed everything. You just have to give the power supply directly from the power of the room. Uh, but in that case, if the indoor power supply will be off, then outdoor will give alarm that it cannot find indoors.
Yes, right. Yes, you're right. You're right. So we talk about it. This is only for the single split. Okay, for other single
Oh,
split.
okay. It means you're discussing only one single split, one indoor and one outdoor.
Okay. So single
Thank you.
split will use the power supply. Okay, directly. But
Okay,
for
okay,
Hisenes VRF, okay, for VRF system, we need to use this diagram and not power
okay,
off. Okay.
okay. Thank you.
Okay. So we talk about the scene 3, 2, 3 connect. Internet will be off and uncontrollable. Okay. So we use the normally closed relay. Okay. So we talk about the CD again. Okay, CD. So we will talk about it again here. Is the 8 contact and B contact. Okay. So we, for example, CD, the default setting is 0, right? So we know that scene 3 connect the indoor unit because scene 3 the default setting is 06. Okay. So scene 3 connect, 2, 3 connect, the indoor unit will be off and uncontrollable. Okay. But if we set CD equal 01, it will change the contact way. That means when 2, 3 open, okay, disconnect, indoor unit will be off and uncontrollable. The remote controller is uncontrollable. So totally opposite. Okay. So that's mean. Okay. So what's the use for this function? Okay. The first one. Okay. So because normally we don't connect normally is 2, 3 is open. Yes, disconnect. So for example, we don't want the other people to use the indoor unit. Okay, so we can set CB equal to 1. Then because 2, 3, we didn't connect it, so the remote controller cannot operate. Okay. The second function, for example, I just talk about it. We need ask the customer, okay, ask the installer to buy the normally closed relay for access card. But if they buy the wrong, okay, the normally open relay, okay, we also can set the CD01 if it's difficult for them to change. Okay, this is the CB01. I think it's very useful. Okay, we have an example here. So here we have one system, okay? But for example, we totally have 4 floors. Floor 1, floor 2, floor 3, floor 4. 4 floors, okay? For example, now the customer only use the floor 3 and floor 4. The floor 3 and floor 4 now have people inside, working inside, so they will use them. But for floor 1, floor 2, still under destruction, okay? So, but customer don't want anybody to use them, okay? And of course, cannot power off. Yes, cannot power off this indoor unit, right? If power off this indoor unit, maybe the capacity ratio is less than 50%. So we will have this indoor unit also have alarm code, also cannot use. So we can set the CB equal 01 for this indoor unit. So these indoor units will be, okay, the remote controller will be uncontrollable, okay, so cannot be used. Okay, this is for CD. Okay, so we talk about the 08. I see that one. Okay, I forget to answer this question. So we can say the window contact function. We only DC low height dark type have this function. Okay, only DC low height dark type have this function. Okay, we explain this function. This is the we need to set. Okay, we need to set the input function to 0.8. Okay, to 0.8. Okay, what's the meaning? It's different. It's different. We can see this time chart. If we set the scene 312 0.8, we can see here. So before, yes, before we connect 1, 2, before we connect 1, 2, the remote controller also can be controlled. Okay, so also can on the indoor unit. So the indoor unit is on. Okay, but when we connect 1, 2, connect the terminal 1, 2, okay, the indoor unit will be off. And during the 1, 2 connected, the remote controller is uncontrollable. But we can see here 1, 2 disconnect. The indoor unit will be on again. Okay, will be on again. It will be automatically on or off according to the status before 1, 2 connect. Okay, so 1, 2 connect, the indoor unit on. After 1, 2 disconnect, the indoor unit will be on automatically. Okay, if before is off, so after the disconnect also off. Okay, so this is 0.8. Okay, we go back to check 0.6. So 0.6, we talk about it, it's a little different, right? 0.6 is after. Okay, so before it's on. After disconnect, before, no matter it's on or off before. So 0.6 and 0.8 is different. Okay, so now and I also want to say that now only DC low height dark type. Okay, only DC low height dark type have the optional function 0.8. Okay, so we can use for the window contact. That means when the window operates, you open the window. Okay, you open the window, so the indoor unit will be off and uncontrollable. So when you close the window, the indoor unit will be operate automatically again. Okay, this is a little different from 0.6. Okay. Okay, so we talk about the output. Here is the input, and the output. We also have many items for output. Okay, this is very simple, very easy to understand. Okay, so alarm, cooling, or heating, or operation. Just for example, 1, 2. Okay, for example, 1, 2, set 1, 2 is 0.2. Input 1, okay, is 0.2. 0.2 means alarm. Alarm. That means when the outdoor unit have alarm code, will output 12 voltage DC. Okay, this is our output. This is our output. Okay, we have two examples. Yeah, for example, our indoor unit, we have one room, have indoor unit, also have the fresh air. The fresh air have a ventilation fan. Okay, have a fan motor, ventilation fan motor. So we can use 0.1 operation. So when our indoor unit operation, we output the signal, connect the relay, okay, connect the switch to the fan motor or the ventilation, the fresh air fan motor. So that means when our indoor unit operates, the fan motor operates together. Okay, the fan motor operates together. Okay, so this is example. And the second example is also an example that align. We can use the 02, the align. Okay. So when our indoor unit have alarm code, will output a signal. So we through a relay to connect the ring. We connect the ring. So that means our indoor unit have alarm code. Then we have a ring, ling 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 ling, ding 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 ding. Anything, okay? So we can know, oh, have alarm code. This is the output. Okay, this is the. Okay, we talk about the outdoor unit, input and output. So I already explained the indoor unit, input and output. So most of parts is the same. Okay, but for outdoor, a little different is that input, we have 3 inputs and 2 outputs. Okay, 3 inputs and 2 outputs. Okay, so sorry, SPC, mute, please. Okay, so we continue. So we also can say it have the default setting, okay, default setting, and also have the meaning, okay, and we also have the terminal, okay, in our main PCB or outdoor unit. Okay, so input have many meaning, output also have many meaning, items meaning. Okay, the same with the indoor unit. Okay, and how to set the outdoor unit input and output setting. Okay, so we also talk about the top flow and front flow. Okay, so we have video, we use video to explain. This is top flow, how to set the input and output setting. Okay, also make sure the outdoor is off. Press the middle button, AHEC, then up and down, we select the ROST, okay, ROST in, out, input output setting, ROST, then up and down, we can O1, O2, O3, O1, O2, I1, I2, O3. We use the left and right button to change the value, and left and right button to change the value, okay, and return. Okay, so this is the setting for top flow. Okay, the front flow, like H series. Okay, this is the L series. Okay, DSW2 6 on. So we know that for the front flow, DSW2 5 on. DSW2 5 on is the outdoor unit optional function. So DSW2 6 on is the input and output setting. Okay. So we can use the up and down to select and use the left button to change the value. Okay. So this is the set of the outdoor unit input and output setting. Okay. And also I have explained clearly, or we have explained in the PPT. So which items, okay, what's meaning, okay, how we can do. Okay, but we don't have enough time, so we don't talk about it clearly here today. So that's all for today's training. So, okay, so today we mainly talk about the indoor unit optional function, outdoor optional function, and the input and output setting. Okay, so we know that we have many optional functions. Okay, many optional functions and many useful functions. So hope that you can learn them and use in the future to meet different requirements from customers. Okay, and also we talk about the input and output. So we talk about it our Hisenes VRF equipment totally open to other equipment. Okay, other equipment can control our Hisenes VRF equipment, and also we can control them. Okay, so that's all for today's training. So, okay, if you have any question.
Hello?
Hello, yes.
Yes, this is Bahadi from Iraq. Thank you
Okay.
very much for your presentation. It was very nice.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I have several points. I need your reply. Number one, regarding the, usually using finger for input into the thermostat, it will be easy for other to learn. For example, the end user at residential place, they may understand. For example, we face some case like that. They input into the setting,